Hello everyone, it's Jean from the Inky Studio. Welcome, welcome. Today I have a freebie for you, and this freebie, I guess my thought process was a little something for Mother's Day, but then this can be for anything. And with this freebie, we're going to make these cute little notebooks that you can put in your purse, by your bedside, give them as a gift, make them for yourself or whatever. I'm going to show you two methods. The first method is going to be using these little composition notebooks that you can pick up. I got these at the Dollar General. Some of your Dollar Trees might have them. They're real cute little notebooks, and we're just going to make one using this. We're also going to make one with a refillable spine, and then another one that we're actually going to glue in our little papers and just make our own little notebook, composition notebook like. So I have that coming up, and well, let's get started. So in the freebie, there'll be one page where there'll be these two images of Mary Cassett. I love her. I just love her style. But these mother and child images, just a mother with a baby and one with her daughter, and you can turn it around and print them out again on the other side of your paper if you'd like, but these are two on one page, and then there'll be a page where you'll get these two background shades. I've already cut this down to size, but it's half a page and this is half a page, so you'll get one of these. And my thought, of course, was maybe to use the blue with that, and I looked at these beautiful chair, the fabric in the chair, and I thought, oh, that print really kind of like carries that over a little bit. So that is what I did for the backgrounds, but you can choose your own background, whatever you would like. So first of all, you'll need to print out two of these, and the first one cut down to 4 3/4 by 7 1/4. That will be the size. That will go around these little composition books. Now it will be just like 1/8 of an inch larger, just a little bit. I kind of like the feel of something a little bit larger than the pages, and that's how I cut them. And the first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to score and put in a spine, a little tiny spine. These have like about not almost 1/4 of an inch spine. So with this particular measurement of 7 1/4, I'm going to go in 3 1/2 on one side and put a little tick mark, and I'm going to go in 3 1/2 on the other side. 3 1/2, there we go. And put another tick mark, and I should be left with like 1/4 of an inch, because 3 1/2 and 3 1/2 is 7. So we cut them 7 1/4, and we have 1/4 of an inch left over. I'm going to do that to both sides. So what we're going to do is we're just going to score this, and you can use a score pad if you have one. I am just going to score it a few times on a flat surface, just a few times there, and get my 1/4 of an inch spine going. So that's about right. Let me just fold and burnish. Now when you fold, I like to make sure that this is lining up. It's not too wee-jawed. See, it's starting to get a little wee-jawed. I'm just making sure that the edges here are matching on both sides, and then I'm going to go over it. Sometimes when you're scoring such a small area, it's easy for it to be a little crooked. And same over here. And then we'll just score it like so. And then we have this little tiny spine on there, which I'm going to test that out. Like, yes, that fits in there just perfect. Okay, once we have that, I'm going to glue this onto the composition book. And I am going to use, because I printed this on cardstock, a lightweight cardstock, but you can use like a good heavy scrapbook paper would be fine. I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac, and probably, oh, this is kind of shiny. I should probably scuff this up. I'm going to scuff that up. with a little sandpaper. That's always a good idea. If something looks a little shiny and slick to you, just a little bit of sand. It doesn't take much, but just a little bit. And this will give the glue a chance to hold on there a little bit. So we'll just get the scrapings off there. All right, and then we'll just go ahead. I'm going to start by gluing the first, the cover. And then I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to glue right inside, right over the, I could glue inside the, actually this would be easier. Just glue inside your spine here that you created. All right, and then I'm going to lay this. First of all, I'm going to lay it into the spine. And it is just, if you can see, it's like 1/8 of an inch over on the sides there. And then once I get the spine in there, I'm going to come over here and get this down, get that down, and then I'm going to finish up. Now we're going to come over with this and we're going to put it down like so. So now we have a pretty good adhesion on that little guy over. Now I would recommend you let this dry a little bit before you start manipulating it. You know, in other words, before you start opening it up, just let this dry just a little bit. All right, so it's sat there for 10-15 minutes, and I'm going to like gently fold it back. Now if you're using a different glue, you may want it to set a little longer. The key is you don't want it separating from the spine when you fold it open. I'm just getting it used to being folded open. There we go. Now we're going to put some paper in a side here, like so. But I am going to, well, this was not so bad. Some of them, like here in the back it is. The first page is kind of, it's just a little funky on the first page. So I am just going to tear that one out. And that way I can get a little closer to the spine area there. So I'm going to tear out the first and last page inside these little composition booklets. I just think it's easier to get to the edge of the spine there that way. And I'm going to glue it on without trimming. I'm going to glue it on first and then I'll trim it off. I just think it's easier to get to the exact measurement that way. So we'll just come in here and give it a glue. And I am also going to want to make sure that the overlapping pieces where they stick out, where these are glued shut. We're just going to take this piece and we're going to line it up and glue it down. There we go. Close it, make sure that it can close easily. And we'll just trim this off up against there like so. And then we will do the same to this side here like so. All right, so now we have our little notebook here with the inside decorated up just like the outside. Now if you want to, you can round these edges or leave them squared, however you would like it to be. I'm just going to very lightly do the edges. I'm not trying to make them super dark or anything, but I'm just going to do these edges, and that way everything kind of blends in. So there's our image we'll just put that there in the middle. Now, the reason I doubled up these two pieces onto the cover is it makes it a heavy cover, because if you are going to be using this over and over, you want something that is heavy and that won't be falling apart or bending too much or whatever, and that's why I doubled up on the cardstock onto the covers. So for the second project, I'm going to be using this lovely image, and I'm going to be doing it without one of these composition booklets, and this is in case you can't get a hold of these or don't want to do it that way, you want to do it your own way. That's what I'm going to show you here. I would still cut out two pieces, the same dimensions of 4 3/4 by 7 1/4. Two exact pieces, the same. And then we're going to start by gluing these together. Stick, just make sure that you get the edges glued. That's really important, especially with a glue stick. Sometimes it's just hard. You have to really pay attention to the edges there. And I'm just going to put this on, and we're just going to glue those together. Match them up the best we can. Alright, just make sure they're... Now you will want to let this dry a bit. If you're using a wet glue, you might want to let it set for 10-15 minutes. I'm going to do the same thing as I did the other one. I'm coming in at 3.5 inches, and I'm going to mark it very carefully with a little pencil, but I'm coming in 3.5 inches on each side, and 3.5 there, 3.5 here, and I'm going to do the same down below. 3.5 and 3.5. Then I'm going to line those two marks up. Oh yes, there we go. They're so little I can hardly see them. Okay, and then we're going to score these 2 points. Okay, I'm losing them all the time. Okay, here we go. I'm going to score them up. A scoreboard is probably, the most accurate, but this can be accurate too. You have to go over several times if you're on a flat surface. And let me get these two places lined up here. So I am trying to create a 1/4 inch spine. There we go. And we're just going to fold over. I probably could have let this dry a little bit more with the glue, but I'm just too anxious to get on with it. Making sure I'm lining up, these line up on the edges there when I fold it over. There, like so. Burnish that down. Alright, so now we have created a little bit of a spine. Right there. Now, we can put this on now, or we can put it on later. Let's just put this on later. So now, there's a couple things that we can do here. We can stop at this point, and we can put, and I'll show you a sample that I did here. This is one I've done earlier. We can stop here, and we can put in a little eyelet at both ends of this spine. A little tiny eyelet. Forget this one, this was a mistake, but put one on the spine, put in some elastic, take your paper, fold it in half, and this becomes a refillable little notebook. You can do it that way, okay? Or you can do it the way I'm going to show you. So once it's dried nicely, we're going to fill this up with our own paper. Now, to waste as little bit of paper as possible, this is how I cut it. I took a sheet of copy paper and I measured from here to here 6 3/4 inches. So 6 3/4 inches this way, and then I cut it down. So let me just cut this with scissors. This is your first cut, is along this line here. The second cut, you're going to turn it around, and you're going to measure 4 1/2 from this edge to here, and you're going to cut that off like so. This is your second cut. Now you have 3 pieces of paper like so. So this long one here, we're just going to even it out with the other 2. This is future me coming in and voicing over this part of the video. I am trying to complicate matters here by giving you a measurement, but really simply all you do at this stage is cut your papers in half. And these are sheets that will fit inside. So the goal is to get a sheet of paper that's going to fit nicely inside your little booklet, and not folded, but all single sheets. And I just showed you those measurements, and that just to show that that's how I wasted as little bit of paper as possible. That's how I did a full sheet. It doesn't matter how you arrive that way, as long as you have individual squares. And I better get rid of these here. As long as you have individual squares, that will fit into your booklet. Now we want to make sure that we make this as even and as flush as we can. And you can take, if you have some uneven papers in there and they bother you, you can of course go back and trim them up a little bit. But we want to make sure that this is just as flush against each other as we possibly can make it. Once you have them all nice and even there, nicely stacked up, pinch them together with the one hand, and the other hand come in with some glue. Now you can use, I have not used Fiber Tack. I suppose you could. I am using glitter glue, but a white glue would be fine. The goal is to fill in and make sure you got the whole spine covered with some kind of glue. Okay, can you see that? You've got it covered with glue there. Okay, it's all glued up. And then we're going to just come in here, put it in the middle, onto the spine, like so. All right, and we're going to hold it there. All right. So you really, I'm kind of like pressing down on this little brick of paper. Then I'm going to clip these together. I don't have my clips right here with me, but I'm going to clip it together, and I'm going to let this dry for a while. I would, a couple of hours for sure. I'm probably going to let this dry overnight. Here's the one I did with that method. And as you can see, it will glue it together nicely, and you'll be able to write in it. Now the first page, and this is the same of these little composition books. They did the same thing. You might have a little bit more attachment to the cover, just a little bit more, because the glue probably leaked out a little bit, but I wouldn't let that bother me. I think I would still go forward with how it turned out. And yeah, so it will stay in there, and it'll be like a little notebook that you made yourself. Now, if you want to, on either one of these notebooks, you can upgrade your notebook to another level, and that is you can put in an eyelet. You can put in 2 eyelets on the back cover, one at the top, one here at the bottom. You can string and tie in a piece of elastic. And now when you close it, you can just bring that over and your little notebook is closed. Well, there you have it. 2 little methods of making these little notebooks, and you can make these for somebody you know for Mother's Day, or just make them for yourself. Just something just cute to carry around in your purse or put by your bedstand and make notes in. So yeah, please enjoy the freebie. Of course, you can use the freebie for other things too. And thank you for joining me, and we will see you again real soon. Bye.